to Grace Space Junior. It's Pastor Shay here. I'm so stoked to have you guys here today. We got so many fun things happening this summer. We are in our big space upstairs. We did some renovations on it, so it's gonna look super cool. I'm so excited to have you guys here. And you know what we're super excited about? Our super fun family bucket. It's so cool. All of June, you get to put in your challenges and send them in, and your name can be entered for this super fun family bucket. And we'll tell you the challenge at the very end of this lesson. Sound good? Good. Now, another super exciting thing we have going for the summer is I have my friends that are helping out this year, my summer students. Come on over. We have Austin, Amy, and Emily. They are here all summer. They're going to be helping out with our Sunday videos, with our camp. It's going to be so much fun. Now, really quick question. What is your favorite animal?
Ooh, mountain goat.
Mountain goat.
Giraffe.
Elephant.
Ooh.
Hey, shout out your favorite animal, and I'm sure we heard them. It's so awesome. We're so stoked. We're going to have a great lesson today, and we will see you guys then.
Hey guys, we're gonna learn our big idea for today. Let's throw the rod in the water, see what we can catch. Here we go. I can take risks for God. Let's say it together now. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. I can take risks for God.
Hello! Have I got an epic story for you today? It's about spies, adventure, and a woman named Rahab who saved the day. Rahab lived in a city called Jericho. Rahab had made some bad choices, but God had a plan for Rahab, even though she didn't always do the right thing. God told the Israelites, God's chosen people, to go to Jericho, but they didn't want to run in without knowing what they were getting into. So Joshua, their leader, sent 2 spies into the city. When the spies got there, they decided to stay the night at Rahab's house. The king of Jericho heard there were spies in his city, and he didn't like that. So he sent soldiers to capture them. But when they got to Rahab's house, she hid them and said they weren't there anymore. Meanwhile, the spies were hiding on her roof. After the soldiers left, Rahab went to the spies and told them she knew they were on God's side. She knew it was risky to protect the spies, but she knew it was even riskier not to side with God. So she asked the spies, "Will you save me and my family?" The spy said, "Sure." And Rahab let them down from the roof with a rope, sending them in the opposite direction of the king's soldiers. It must have been scary for Rahab to go against the king. After all, he was the most powerful person in her city. But Rahab chose to take a big risk to help God's people. And just like Rahab, I can take risks for God.
Hey guys, I love learning about our Bible stories. They're really fun and the videos are super cool. Now, for those of you who were here last week, you might remember Joshua. Joshua took over leading the Israelites after Moses. As Joshua was leading the Israelites to the Promised Land, he wanted to see what was happening in the city of Jericho. He sent 2 spies to Jericho so they could tell Joshua what it was like there. Now, every time I say spy, I want you to give me your spy guns. Ready? And every time I say Jericho, I want you to make a square. Make it like a city. Jericho, because they had walls. All right. So the king of Jericho did not like Joshua and the Israelites. So when he heard Joshua had sent 2 spies into Jericho, he sent his men to track them down and capture them. Joshua's spies heard the king had sent men to capture them and went into the house of a woman named Rahab. Rahab lived in Jericho and allowed Joshua's spies to stay at her house during their journey. The king sent word to Rahab for her to bring out the men who were hiding in her house. Rahab told the king the men that the men had stayed in her house, but they weren't there anymore. So she told them they were there, but they weren't there anymore. Which was kind of true because Joshua's spies were hiding on the roof when the king's men came to look for them. Could you imagine hiding on a roof? That would be so crazy. Oh my goodness. Once the king's men left, Rahab gave the spies a rope to climb down and escape the city. Her bravery and willingness to take a risk paid off, and Joshua's men were safe. They promised to take care of Rahab and her family for the rest of her life. The rest of her life! She could have like 50 years after that, maybe, probably longer. God blessed Rahab and her family for taking a risk and keeping Joshua's men safe. How amazing is that? That's so cool. She took a risk for God. Can you say it with me? I can take risks for God. Isn't that cool? Rahab took a risk for God, and she created this friendship, and they took care of her. I think that's pretty awesome. We're going to go and do an activity with Amy, and it's going to be super exciting.
Hey guys, so I'm super excited to be with you today and for the rest of the summer. The first thing we're going to do this morning is an activity, sort of a game about taking risks, because that's what we're going to be talking about for the rest of this morning. So I have 3 cups here and a ball. I'm going to hide the ball underneath the middle cup, and you guys are going to try and follow along while I move the cups and guess which one is the ball ends up under, okay? So let's start. So we're going to start off slow, just like a nice level 1. All right, let's speed it up a little. Okay, speed it up a little more maybe. All right, so which cup, I'll give you a second, which cup do you think the ball is hidden under? Is it under this one? Nope. How about this one? Nope. If you said the middle cup, you're right. There's the ball. All right, now we're gonna head off into our next activity.
Okay guys, we're gonna do our memory verse now, so I need everybody to stand up, get a good stretch going. Okay, let's do this. But be sure to fear the Lord and serve him faithfully with all of your heart. And that's found in 1 Samuel 12:24. Awesome.
Hey guys, thanks so much for spending time with us today. We love talking about these epic stories from the Bible. Now, you're probably thinking, Pastor Shay, you didn't give us our challenge yet. Well, here it is. You are going to make a ninja spy course, because we talked about spies. We've been talking about spies a bit. So you can maybe put some yarn across your hallway. Maybe you want to make an obstacle course. You can make a really cool obstacle course in your backyard, in your living room, wherever. And take a photo, send it on emails, Instagram, however your parents want to send it in, and show us your super awesome, cool challenge of a obstacle course. It's going to be so awesome. Now, I'm going to pray with you guys before we leave, and I'm so excited to see you next week. Let's put our hands together because we're focusing on God. Lord God, thank you so much for today. Thank you that we are able to learn about your epic stories from the Bible. Thanks that we are able to learn that we can take risks for you because you are so amazing. In your holy mighty name, everyone said, amen. All right, guys, we're so excited to see you next week. Bye.